Here we are today, bringing you some more of the 1989 baseball cards. We do have plenty of them. We got the whole collection, and none missing. Went through it all. Okay, so right now we have Raphael Ballard. And right here a little bit about him. The teams and years that he played, along with all his little scores here. They divide that all up, don't they? I'll tell you, when they draft you and they want you, all this stuff matters. And then we have the before and after All-Star breaks. Barry Bonds, outfielder. Here we have a little bit about him. Of course, he only started in '85 on this card, and this only goes to '89, so I'm sure he continued with his career. Then we have a few known facts. His father was in the Major League. Outfielder with 8 teams. Wow. Alright, so it's in his blood for sure. Before and after the All-Star breaks. Bobby Bonilla, third baser. Here's a little bit about him. Clubs and years that he played. A little known fact about him. 32 doubles. And before and after average, batting average and stuff. The All-Star breaks. Sid BREAM. A little about him. Part of his career here. With the clubs in the years that he has played. And the before and after the All-Star breaks. Good batting average. All right, Sid. Benny DiStefano, outfielder for the Pirates here. Okay, a little about him. Year and clubs that he's played. You can always pause the video if you want to check this out in details, especially if someone you know went to the games. Then you have something to talk about before and after. Doug Bradbeck, pitcher. Little about him. Clubs and years that he's played. A little known fact. Was Texas All-Star high school player. Alright, in football and basket and track. Wow. Very good. Whew. Oops, did I show his all score here? His wins in the All-Star breaks. Wow. Very athletic fella, huh? Mike Dooney, pitcher. A little about him and the clubs and years that he's played. A little known fact. And here we have before and after the All-Star breaks. Felix Furman, shortstop. A little about him and the teams that he's played, and the year, of course. And a little known fact, along with the before and after the All-Star breaks. Ryan Fisher, pitcher. A little about him. Years and club that he's played. Look at all them scores. And the before and after the All-Star breaks. Jim Gott, pitcher. A little about him. Now, his career started in '77, so I'll give you this in pieces here. Can't give it all at once. And there you go, with the before and after the All-Star breaks. Makes good conversation if you know a little bit more about the back of them when you meet up with people who went to the game in 1989. Bob Kipper, a pitcher. They really need a lot of pitchers. I would think that'd be really hard on your Rota Cup. A little about him. Clubs and years that he's played. And the before and after the All-Star breaks. Dave LaPointe, pitcher. A little about him. He started in '77. Of course, these cards only go to '89. So I'll give you all of this in pieces here. It's got a lot there. Look at these scores. Whew. Okay, and the before and after the All-Star breaks. Mike Valerie, Mike LaVallerie, catcher. A little hard to say some of these, especially when you're French. English is a little hard. Okay, a little about him. Because his career only started in '81 here, and I'm sure he continued after these cards. And the before and after. Good batting average. Joe Lids, second base. Gotta be able to catch real good and have a good eye for this game when you're on the bases like that. Okay, He started in '83, so a short career as far as these cards go. I'm sure he continued. Little known fact here. Native of Peru, huh? And before and after. Good batting average. Junior Ortiz. Catcher. A little about him. Teams and clubs that he's played. The years. And the before and after the All-Star breaks. Vincent Palacios, pitcher. A little about him. Clubs and years that he's played. Little known fact. Ooh, twice loaded. Very good. And then before and after. Tom Price. A little about him. And the clubs and the years that he's played. Of course, he only started in '84. This only goes to '89. I'm sure he continued with his career. And the before and after the All-Star breaks. Gary Redis, outfielder. A little about him. And the clubs and years that he's played. And before and after the All-Star breaks. R.J. Reynolds, outfielder. A little about him. Clubs and years that he's played. And the before and after the All-Star breaks. Jeff Robinson, pitcher. A little about him and the clubs and years that he's played. Only started in '83. His cards only go to '89. I'm sure his career continued. Look at that. He's got some wins there, huh? The All-Star breaks. John Smiley, a pitcher. A little about him and the clubs and years that he's played. A little known fact. Perfect pitcher in 1987. Ooh. And the before and after the All-Star breaks. Andy Van Skyle, outfielder. A little about him. And about the clubs and the years that he played. And then before and after the All-Star. Very good batting average there. Next we have Bob Walk, our pitcher. It's a little about him. Then we have some of the clubs and the years that he's played. Let me give you the top part here. And we'll give you the bottom part. He started in 77, so it's got a lot there, huh? Before and after the All-Star breaks. Glenn Wilson, outfield. A little about him. Clubs and years that he's played. And the before and after the All-Star breaks. Jesse Barfield, outfield. A little about him. Clubs and years that he's played. And then before and after the All-Star break. Okay, hope you've enjoyed my bringing this to you. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, and we'll bring you some more. Bye-bye now.